The wilderness has been part of the American experience since the nation's beginnings, but present generations might not have had the opportunity to enjoy its natural splendors if not for Theodore Roosevelt, a sickly East Coaster who went to live on a ranch in North Dakota before becoming president. Roosevelt overcame illness and depression by roughing it in the West, according to historian Douglas Brinkley.
And so Roosevelt came to a very modern conclusion, although it's probably as old as time, that we needed to save nature, not just because it's pretty, but because it had redemptive spiritual values, and it was the great replenisher of the soul. And he felt that urbanization was destroying souls.
Roosevelt's commitment to nature, especially the creation of national parks and protected zones, is the focus of Brinkley's new book. He says it's relevant today.
Although my book, The Wilderness Warrior, is about history, it's about Theodore Roosevelt's life from 1858 to 1919, it resonates today because all over the country people are looking to save land, to rehabilitate endangered species, to clean up rivers and lakes, and to create a sustainable environment for us to live.
Roosevelt was a Republican, but his appeal crosses modern party lines. Republicans today are beginning to reconnect with the conservation Roosevelt championed, Brinkley says.
There are many Republican conservationists that are saying what the modern Republican Party's lost is TR's vision of the environment. That, in fact, Newt Gingrich, of all people, is saying that the modern Republican Party should be the leaders on environmentalism.
At the same time, some who call themselves environmentalists, says Brinkley, need to look at Roosevelt's practical side and his promotion of economic development.
There are people who are, stopping building over a snail dart. That's taking the Endangered Species Act to a kind of anti-development extreme.
Brinkley says he became interested in the national parks and Theodore Roosevelt when, as a child, his parents took him on trips out west and to Roosevelt's home. He says he decided that one day he would write about the man who did so much to preserve these areas. He says the historian's task is to share what he learns.
When you're a historian, you feel like you have a bit of an obligation to communicate your findings to the public at large and hopefully get them interested.
And that's what he plans to do in future books about great Americans and their impact on history. Flakus, VOA News, Houston.